Hey everyone, I am back to do kind of a fun little video right now. I saw this on Sabrina Ann's YouTube channel, and also Serena B and PopFizzPaper. They did like a crafty tag video, and so I'm just kind of jumping in right now a couple weeks later because I thought it would be fun to just share with you some of these answers to their questions and stuff because I really loved listening to theirs. There was a couple other people that did it too, and I really loved hearing their input too. It's just kind of fun, so I thought I would do it. So, without further ado, I am going to use Sabrina's video as a cheat sheet here and give you the answers to my questions. So let's go. Number one, what is your favorite type of craft? Are you a project lifer, planner, girl, scrapbooker? Dear Lord, definitely not a planner. I can't get into it. My planner is super boring. I just write in it with a pen and scratch out stuff and just do my thing. There is nothing pretty about my planner except for the front cover or the inside pockets where I keep some fun stuff. But for the pages, no. I would say out of those, definitely a project lifer. I kind of just call myself a documentarian or a memory keeper just in general because I do so many different types. I just like to just put photos. I think the part of it is the part that really speaks to me is the photography part. I'm a photographer, so that's what I do. Take tons of pictures and I love to just get them out, print it out in albums of any kind or notebooks or traveler's notebooks. I'm sure I have some. You know what? Let's just get interesting here. Let's just look around, see what I've got. So I use this is like my Midori. I have that. It's not a real Midori, it's a Fudori. I put just lots of just stuff in here, just writing and all kinds of stuff. So this is kind of where I keep a lot of my writing. As for the photos and everything, you see my Project Life album that I have recently started, working in here. You've seen the rest of my books. So I would say out of that question, probably Project Life. Let's move on. What do you know? I have a cat in here again. I guys have a cat everywhere. Hi, Cricket. Number two, what is a craft you want to try? Oh, I got a good one. Ow! I'm like all disheveled because I just had a bit of a cat fight here. You can come, ow! You can come up, just don't use your claws. So anyways, what is a craft you want to try? Sewing. I want to learn how to sew. I have this wonderful sewing machine. It's somewhere over there, out of frame. I can't use it because this stupid thing gets all bunchy every time I try. I don't know what I'm doing. My mom was trying to explain it to me. Well, the tension has to be set. And I'm like, yeah, but I already did that. I have little post-it notes on it as a cheat sheet on top of each of the little dials so I know which way to turn it to do what. Like if it's loopy on the bottom, turn it this way. If it's, and I can't seem to get it right. So I would love to learn how to sew. And I thought it would be so cool to not just sew paper, I really want to learn how to just do some fun stuff like stitching on paper because I love how that looks, but I want to make a quilt. That's my goal in life. I want to make a quilt, a big quilt that I can just show everyone hey, I made that. There was also there's this wonderful group of volunteers and it's just called Project Linus. And when Nadia was in the NICU, when she was born, she had to have a little stay in the neonatal intensive care unit. But there was all these volunteers that donated blankets and quilts and stuff that they made to this organization called Project Linus. And she came home with one of the quilts, and that's Cozy. I'm sure if if you've been watching my videos or followed me or whatever, you know who Cozy is. Cozy's a big part of our family. And Cozy was a quilt made by somebody, who donated it to the NICU. And I just thought that would be such a cool thing to do. I would love to do that for somebody else too, because there's something about having that blanket, snuggling her up in that when she finally came home from the hospital. It just like warmed my heart. And I wrote the person like a handwritten letter and stuff, like giving her a picture of Nadia all wrapped up in the quilt that she made and everything. And just told her just how much, I was grateful for that. It was kind of a hard time, and it was like just little things like that just can totally just like perk you up. So I always thought it would be cool to learn how to sew so I could make quilts and stuff and then do that as well. So maybe one day. What is the one tool you would recommend to a friend? One tool, the one tool. Okay. This is hard. I'm looking around. Um, a good paper trimmer. Can I answer more than one? Because I feel like you can just pick and choose from this what you think the one should be. A really good paper trimmer. You have to have that.
Mom.
Hi, honey.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, you want to come say hi? It looks like you took my succulent from Sabrina. What do you think that's called?
A flower.
A flower. That works. You like it? The flower.
It does come off.
Well, it doesn't come off, and you're not going to turn it off. I like it. You stole it out of here. You must like it too. I'm answering some questions. Okay. So, one tool you'd recommend, a good paper trimmer would be really great. I also love my We Are Memory Keepers envelope punch board. It's really versatile. Like, you can do so much with it. It's more than just creating envelopes. Like, you can even just like put that into like the search bar on YouTube, and tons of things pop up of all kinds of different things you can create with it, and it's just so cool. So I love that one too. I don't know. See, like, ooh, okay. Here's one. What? Took my chair. This little puppy. I love the Dymo label maker. You see me use it all the time because it's just like one of my favorite things. I just like, there's something about the, I don't know, like the embossed labels. It's just like, it's really nostalgic to me because I used to use these whenever I was little to just put labels on anything and everything. So I love this thing so much. It's kind of crappy. Like, it's not really made that well, to be honest, but it's so fun. So I'm going to go ahead and say the Dymo label maker. Let's see. What's your favorite crafting technique? Is being messy a technique? Because if so, that's my favorite. I guess the thing that I think I like doing the most, and it sounds so stupid whenever I say it, like being messy, but just being really messy about it, just throwing stuff down. Like, I've never been good at doing like traditional nice scrapbook layouts. But I feel like I really like my pages the best in my albums whenever they're just like a total mess. So if I were to say my technique, being a mess, just having fun with it. I don't know. Show a crafty fail. I already got it in my head. Hold on. Okay. So when I first learned about making like junk journals and stuff, I tried to make just some with the things that I had. And so I first started out with this little doodad of fabric glued onto cardboard. And it's like all coming apart. And I would just put stuff in. See how I started out with the vellum even then? That's funny. I still do that. And I used little binder rings, and I just took stuff, and just like threw it in, just like total like rubbish. And oh my gosh, I've just got the Tim Holtz Distress Inks, and I didn't really know how to use them, so And then I got a cinch, and I didn't know how to use the cinch very well. So I made this little thing, but I punched the holes on the wrong side, so I had to just cut it off, so it's like way shorter than the other side. And I did the same thing, but then the binding, I don't know if you can see that. I want to see if this will focus. The binding is all wonky because it's like way too tight, and it's all crooked and all kinds of stuff. So I would say this would be my crafty fail. My journals have come a long way since then. Aren't you glad I'm not trying to sell this? Okay. Moving on. What's a crafty thing you can't get enough of? Paper, washi, embellishments, stamps, shaker pockets. I love stamps. I'm just not very good at stamping. Like, I don't know what that, I don't know. I'm not very good at stamping. I love washi tape. You can do so much with it. So I'm gonna go with washi. What's one crafty trend you wish would be over already? Okay, I need you to hear me out on this because there's gonna be people that are like, planners. And it's not the decorating of the planner that bothers me. That's not, I think that you're really talented if you do that because I can't get it. It just doesn't work. It's the behavior that I see some people have, for example, at Target, at the dollar spot. When something new comes out, it's like a fiasco there. Like, let me paint you a picture. You need to get something from Target like I do sometimes. You happen to go on the day where they release some new stuff at the dollar spot, and all of a sudden it's like freaking Black Friday when you walk in the door. And they're frantically positioning their carts so that they block each other so they can rummage through these bins like a bunch of animals. And I've watched this with my own eyes. I've had a friend tell me that her toddler almost got run over by somebody's cart. She was just happened to be looking through for something, and somebody came up behind her and emptied out the whole bin into her cart just so she could go into her own cart and pick through all the stuff that she wanted and then put back the rubbish that she didn't. There's adults that act like this over what? Some crappy page flags that aren't even going to stick to your planner anyway? Seriously though. It infuriates me because people shouldn't be acting like this. It's just ludicrous to me. Like, how on earth? So that's a trend that I wish would die off, not because I don't like seeing people's planners. I think that you're very talented if you do that because I can't get it. It just doesn't work. I just want you to know that if you're a planner, chances are good if you're even watching this, I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about you at all. There's a select few people that are just doing it because it's like trendy right now, and and they'll fizzle out, but they're acting like dang lunatics over, sticky notes and other stuff. So once the trend dies down, then all that stuff will fizzle out too, all of that behavior. That's it. That's my answer. Moving on. How many people hate me now for saying that? I'm sorry. If you could only pick one thing besides paper to use for the rest of your crafty years, what would it be? Project life cards. They gave examples like stamps, washi, stickers, paint, die cuts, project life cards. I use journaling cards for like everything. I use those a lot, so I don't think I could go without them. What's your favorite product collection of all time? Oh, there's so many. Okay, so I don't hoard a whole lot of things anymore. I like to use it, and I will be using this, I promise, but there's something about the Crate Paper bundled up collection. It was a Christmas collection like a few years ago. It took me forever to get my hands on this stuff, and I have like all the embellishments and everything, and I got it at the end of last year. I finally found it, and it was really hard to find, but there's something about these snowmen. Oh, the dang snowmen! They're so stinking cute, and like, oh my gosh. This paper, this one is like one of my absolute favorites ever, ever, ever. It's just, they're just so cute. They make me want to just like, oh, it just makes me so happy. So I'm going to go ahead and say Crate Paper bundled up. It's a little odd because it's like a Christmas one and you can't use it all year long or anything, but I love it. Which crafty designer would you invite over for a crafting party? I have to go ahead and say, though, if I were to have, oh gosh, I want to say like how Sabrina said, like it would be so fun to just have everybody over in a big ballroom and have a huge party. It would just be so much fun. Oh my gosh, would that be fun? Some of us should maybe get together and try to plan this whole thing out. I don't know. See, I don't know. There's just so many. This is hard. This is really hard. As for like a friend, like, not necessarily a designer who's made paper and all kinds of stuff like that. Sabrina, I'm dying to meet you in person. So yeah, I would love, love, love if we could just like have just like a big crafting party together. It'd just be so fun. I would also love to invite over Amy Tan. Doesn't she just seem like she's just such a lively person. Like I really just love watching, her just all of her videos and stuff, but just like her family life and stuff too. I love seeing how she like, her sweet little boy and Jack and like it's just they're just so cute and she's just so fun and lively and just happy and I think she would be a blast. So
Okay.
there's just so many people. Let's all plan a big crafty party. Crafty goals for 2016. That's the last question. I don't know. I would love to get to a point where maybe I establish a portfolio of sorts of all of my projects and things over the course of this year, and then next year maybe apply for a design team or something. So I think that's probably my crafty goal, is to kind of like get like a portfolio type of thing going here with all of my favorite layouts and all kinds of stuff, so I can maybe have that to show if I applied for a design team. So we'll see. I don't know. We'll see. I got a lot of stuff going on. But anyways, that is it. I will link everybody else's channels below so that you can see their answers and stuff too. But thanks so much, girls, for starting this, because I think it's a lot of fun to answer these questions and then hear everyone else's. And yeah, if you want to participate, then do it. And then let me know in the comments or something so I can go watch your video too. Because I really love this community where we can just get to know each other and you can get to know Nadia. P.S. This is what my videos are going to be like for the rest of summer because, she's out of school. So anyways, thank you so much for watching and I will talk to you soon. Bye.